the biggest entrepreneur platform on the planet. This is Business Rockstars. We are the biggest entrepreneur platform on the planet. Welcome to Business Rockstars, where I am joined by Giana Korth. She is a founding member of the Tampon Tribe. Thanks so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love talking about mission-driven companies that are purposeful, and you have the monthly subscription model, which is really exciting and something that entrepreneurs are going to want to tune into if that's something they're interested in. So let's start with the basics. What is Tampon Tribe?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tampon Tribe, we are a monthly subscription service for 100% organic cotton tampons, pads, and panty liners delivered right to your door in custom orders. A couple big things about us. First, being organic. Everything that we do is toxin-free, chemical-free, using absolutely the best products that you can be putting inside the most important part of your body as a woman. We are certified sustainable. So being plastic-free is huge for us. And we can talk a little bit about the number of tampons. There's actually a recent study that in North America, over 20 billion tampons with plastic applicators are put into landfills into the ocean in a year.
Yeah, that's amazing. I just think that this new push for, feminine hygiene to be healthy, both for the woman, but also for the earth is just such a no-brainer. But it's crazy that it's taken this long for there to be awareness about it. So is that kind of where the motivation came from?
Where we fit into the picture. We want to be able to hit, all those things that women of today, the amazing women of today care about, healthy products, doing good for the environment, doing good for our community, which is a huge thing for us, is our social impact, the way that we're giving back to women's shelters and a couple other really great organizations that we've started working with. And then, of course, the convenience. So it's kind of those key things of health, sustainability, convenience, and giving back that are the most important to us and, all the women that we're, and men as well, actually. Men are been big proponents of Tampon Tribe.
Yeah, we need them to be cheerleaders, for sure.
Dads are concerned, about their daughters and products. So it's been really exciting to really have, the full community, not just women, which is, of course, the natural thought.
So cool. So tell me a little bit about your founder and why she specifically was so passionate about this idea.
Yeah, Jen, our founder, Jen Eden, is absolutely amazing. She's a great mentor and role model for, I think, all women, myself in particular. And I think for Jen, it was, a lot about, seeing the need for exactly what we're talking about, primarily affordable organic products. Being in LA in a place where, everyone's talking about the latest organic makeup or perhaps organically produced clothes or organic shampoo, that's all great. But, the feminine hygiene, where we're putting that in the most important and most absorbent part of our body, is huge. So I think we really saw the disconnect between having access to affordable, healthy products that are, again, good for ourselves and the environment. And so thus, Tampon Tribe was born and really picking up as well on, the trend and power of the subscription model, which seems, to really meet a lot of the needs of busy women and women all, in all different parts of the world as well.
Yeah, give us some insight into the subscription model and maybe some of the pros and cons associated with it.
Yeah, definitely. So, pros, the convenience is going to be the biggest factor. Customization is where you can see a bit of a pro and con. So you'll notice one of the challenges we face with subscription model of feminine hygiene is that kind of that bulk or that overstock of, not wanting to store extra tampons if you don't go through what you ordered for the month, right? So with that, we've created our new mashup product. So you can literally, we're the only option right now where you can completely customize the combination of pads, panty liners, and tampons to really match, your individual flow every month and make sure you're getting the right amount of products. You're not dealing with a bunch of overstock. And so I think we've solved one of those challenges of, I don't want to get a box of 18 tampons every month if I only really use 12.
Let's talk about the timeline of Tampon Tribe, because I know that you
Yes.
guys are about 1 year old and that you started in January officially getting customers. So take me a little bit from when you started with the idea until now.
Concept idea with Jen and Gabby was right around June last summer. I entered the picture just a few weeks after that, so just about a year ago. And we really were, at that point, ramping up for an IndieGoGo campaign that we launched around September of last year. And IndieGoGo was a great way for us to just do a bit of market testing, to kind of get some of that feedback, get a gauge of, interest in the different products, originally just tampons, and what would be the interest in pads and panty liners, and kind of shaping some of those very initial go-to-market concepts that we were going to need to have solidified. And also to just get some pre-orders, because, when you're working with your suppliers and dealing with your logistics chain, having a sense of kind of what those initial orders are going to be is really critical. So we did the IndieGoGo campaign, got a lot out of that, some great pre-orders and pre-sales. And then we continued to ramp up, working on the logistics, working on branding, doing a little bit of initial PR, had some great PR come out around December, stocking stuffers, and great time of year to be promoting Tampon Tribes and new subscriptions. And so that really put us in a great position to then start delivering on all of those pre-orders come the end of January. So that was the month one of sending out. I mean, if you can envision, me and Tracy and Jen in Jen's living room, packaging, all of our tampons and supplies. It was one of the most fun things I'll remember. And sending those out, and we, continue to do that in a lot of respects today. And
take us behind the scenes. What does Tampon Tribe look like behind the scenes today?
We have, kind of our assembly line. Everyone has, the packaging that they're better at, and we get the products together. We're really big. One thing I think is neat that we're doing is your first subscription, you'll get your really cute little burlap bag that you'll probably see a little bit later with your order. So a lot of what we're doing is that refill supply, including little coupons and gifts and brands that we want to be highlighting for our members, and kind of packaging up behind the scenes and mailing it out.
Okay, awesome. Well, we have so much more to talk about. In particular, I want to talk about the IndieGoGo campaign, how to do a successful crowdfunding campaign. We are the biggest entrepreneur platform on the planet. This is Business Rockstars, and we'll be right back. We are the biggest entrepreneur platform on the planet. Welcome back to Business Rockstars, where we are continuing our conversation with Giana from Tampon Tribe. When you came up with the branding, what did you keep in mind? What did you really end up deciding that you wanted to embody as a brand?
I think for us, it's always been about inclusiveness and, really making every woman feel like they are special, that they're important, that their needs, and that, everyone's period is different. Everyone has different, preferences for products they use and brands they support. And so that trickles down, in every aspect to purchasing decisions. And so for Tampon Tribe, we really want to empower women to be educated, to know about the products and also the options that are out there, but to also have the accessibility to know that, if they might not be the most educated on, say, what's in your tampon, that they can trust Tampon Tribe. And they can trust a brand that they identify with, to have their back, and to make sure that the product is, healthy and good for themselves and, of course, the environment. So I think those key things, and as well as, the giving back has been so big for us. We went to a couple different homeless shelters, and you'd be shocked at how many literally did not even have feminine hygiene products available, let alone enough of a stock to, even have an impact. So we saw that as an immediate need that we knew, we could be integral in really changing that and changing that type of conversation and solving that problem. So those are some of the biggest things that have been on our mind as, we've been kind of getting the word out there.
And while we're on the topic of giving back, and I promise we'll circle back to the IndieGoGo, but you also are starting an education program too, where you're going to help educate middle schoolers on feminine hygiene, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're working with Girls Health Education, this phenomenal nonprofit started by Sarah Hillware in DC. And I'm actually getting certified at the end of this week to work with a lot of their program directors to teach middle school and high school students about feminine hygiene and again, just to really create that accessibility, that comfort level, whether it's more personal or public, to be able to get more involved. So we're really excited about that and having Tampon Tribe kind of support that initiative.
And then circling back to when you actually started the IndieGoGo campaign, any advice to having a successful campaign?
Yeah, I think first, it's a lot more challenging, I think, than we initially planned in terms of like all the ducks you have to have in a row. I think actually was watching one of your episodes on launching an IndieGoGo about how, you really have to have the branding, have the product, have the pricing if you want the whole campaign to be successful, as opposed to just really having it be the whole thing be a science experiment. I think that's probably the biggest thing that we learned is the more preparation you have going into the IndieGoGo, the more you're going to get out of it and the more successful it'll be as a whole, as opposed to thinking you can just kind of discover things along the path.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really work out as well because, the consumers are looking for something specific. They need to be captivated. And that's only going to happen, if that preparation and planning is kind of happening on the front side of things.
And then obviously a huge component of your business is getting the subscribers and getting the word out.
Yes.
So I know that you're starting an ambassador program.
Yes.
Tell me about that and maybe some of the other key ways that you're really getting the word out.
Yes, so we're very excited this fall for the fall 2017 semester. We're going to be launching our University Ambassador Program. So that's really, there's a lot that goes into that. All of these same themes that you're hearing here today, but we want to, engage with women at all the universities and colleges so that they can, really help us build the brand about Tampon Tribe and really spread the mission that we have, as it's shared. And so we're going to be looking for gals to kind of teach them all the entrepreneurial, tactics and techniques that we've learned. That's a big part of it. Encouraging them to help us teach women's health will be a big part of it. So there'll be a lot of really neat aspects that, these university ambassadors will be able to get while also helping us spread the word of Tampon Tribe. So that's great and very exciting. And then in addition, the other things that we're doing, of course, social media and working with key influencers. That's probably been one of the most eye-opening experiences, for me personally, coming from someone who wasn't a big social media person as an individual, learning how you need to apply that to your business, regardless of what your personal preference is, has been, a big learning experience and something that's, of course, been crucial to kind of, really engaging with our tribe and building our community and wanting to kind of spread the word. So that's been huge. And then a lot of just kind of other, digital marketing, word of mouth, partnering has been huge. So we've really been strategic about picking specific businesses and organizations that share our mission that we can partner with. And that's been wildly successful as well. And we know that will continue to be a big part of our growth.
Awesome. Well, I love your mission. Love what Tampon Tribe is all about. Thank you so much for stopping by and sharing all of your business insights today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. We're so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yay, so glad.
Awesome.
We are the biggest entrepreneur platform on the planet. This is Business Rockstars.